Scott Baio says Nicole Eggert's claim, Scott Baio says Nicole Eggert's claims he assaulted her have affected his career. Scott Baio claimed that Nicole Eggert accused him of assault to relaunch her own career, and now he's alleging that those same claims have negatively affected his own profession. Do you think anybody wants to hire me with this hanging over me? It's crazy, Baio told People after a press conference held Thursday. They know if they hire me, a barrage of people who agree with her, hopefully not anymore, will start attacking the network, producers of the show, and they don't want that kind of blowback. Despite the claims, the actor doesn't believe his Hollywood success has been completely sabotaged. I don't think it is over. I haven't been working because I didn't feel like working. I don't think it is over. I think this will help considerably. I think once people realize it was all a fairy tale, I think they will realize that, hey, a lot of women are for real, and this hurts women that are for real. It hurts them badly, he said. In January, Eggert, 46, accused her former Charles in Charge co-star Baio, 57, of molesting her beginning at age 14. In February, Baio was also accused by Alexander Polinsky, another one of his co-stars on the sitcom, of sexual harassment and abuse. Baio has adamantly denied the allegations. Okay, first of all, I'm going to say I don't believe this woman, this egghead woman, first of all. It happened to Bill Cosby, it happened to Herman Cain, and I don't believe any of their accusers either. Third of all, look at Scott Baio in this picture. I mean, let's be honest. Right now, this girl looks like she wants Scott Baio to just throw everything out of her hands, rip her clothes off, and then just get busy. Bitch, I know you enjoyed it. If it happened, you would have enjoyed it a lot. Hell, I would have enjoyed it. Scott Baio is fucking hot. I literally jerked off to pictures of Scott Baio when he was younger. Who the fuck cares? Who is even gonna watch this anyway? Fourth of all, you know who else enjoys sex with Scott Baio? This fucking drag right here, Erin Moran. And yeah, she can go, well, she's dead now, but she would go and talk to her brother about the size of Scott Baio's junk. I mean, I did a video on that too, but she enjoyed it too. So, although the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office has rejected the sexual molestation claims against Baio because too many years have passed since the alleged incidents, he is still fighting to clear his name in the public. I literally mean this 100%. You were hot as a teenager, and any girl would have begged you to put their hands all over them. To put your hands all over them. I know that for a fact. It has affected my wife more than me, said Baio of his wife Renee Sloan. I wanted to ignore all of this because I thought it was crazy talk, and rightfully so. I said, no, we have to go. We have got to fight this. It is part of the Me Too movement. But I don't want to be part of the Me Too because I didn't do anything. It is a very emotional thing. It is a daily thing. You don't want to be called these names, and you don't want to be called these names in a social situation on social media. I have a child, said Baio, who shares 10-year-old daughter Bailey Baio with Sloan. I don't want to read this shit. Yeah, I was going to say either one of two things happen. One, she's divorced and she's bitter about, not being with Scott Baio, but that's not the case because I just looked it up and she has a spouse. So it has to be number two. She's clearly not making enough money, so she's going after Baio, clearly for the cash. Actually, you know what? It could be the fact that, she's with somebody, she doesn't want, and she just settles for this guy, and in reality, she wants Scott Baio. So, bitch, it's your fault. You're lying because you're jealous about, not being with Scott Baio. And, yeah, I understand how not being with somebody who you truly love, I understand how that can affect someone, You do crazy things when that happens. As Baio attempts to move forward from these claims, the possibility of ever speaking with Eggert again is now in the past. "You can't go after my wife and kids," said Baio. In a statement released via his spokesperson in June, Baio told People, "Nicole Eggert dedicated herself to destroy my reputation and harming my family, and she has failed." The Los Angeles District Attorney's conclusion to the investigation of her ever-changing stories marks the end of a sad chapter of a very sad book. Along the way, Eggert has defamed and harassed my family, friends, my wife's charitable foundation, the families of the children that foundation helps, and many others. It's hard to imagine anyone taking her seriously again. She's a jealous, angry bitch, I know. For the last several months, my advisors have conducted their own investigation, which is well documented and was presented to the police and district attorney. He continued. Baio contends, related to his internal report, it showed that Nicole Eggert's statements were part of a plan created long before her police report, with the intent of relaunching her own career. To reiterate, her false charges were conceived in advance for personal gain. We also presented multiple witness statements who knew Eggert well at the time this show was made, and presented an entirely different portrait of her behavior and motivations of her false charges against me. Unlike Nicole Eggert, most claims of sexual assault and harassment are honest, and my heart goes out to those who have been harmed. As bad as Nicole Eggert's actions against me were, she has hurt them even more. If they are doubted for even one moment because of her untrue allegations, I hope that does not happen, and I will do my best to support them. On Thursday, Baio claimed he took 5 polygraph tests. What do you mean claimed? If he said he took 5 polygraph tests, then damn it he did. That proved he did not assault Eggert. Look at these comments, dude. What career? And we all replied, what career, and moved on. Was he hoping for a Happy Days reboot? Why can't Chachi accept the fact that the sun set on his... You people are so fucking mean. You're all a bunch of white knight feminists, and you all agree with this bimbo because... Again, Scott Baio wasn't at fault for what he said about Erin Moran, and he's not at fault for what this bitch said, because it's what this bitch said, and it's false, and it's lies. And one more thing, we all know the real reason why, this person is accusing Scott Baio of, whatever. It's because he's a Trump supporter. That's why anyone gets in trouble for anything. Because of what they say and what they believe in. Like, okay, people said Bill Cosby wasn't a conservative. He was a liberal, but he went on Don Lemon's show or someone's show, and he said that black fathers were absent or something along the lines of that, and then all of a sudden all these women came out. Ooh. Do they all just remember that? And Herman Cain, we all know that story. He was running for president, and obviously all the time, all these women, nobody had heard from any of them. I've never heard of these women, and all of a sudden they come out, in the middle of Herman Cain's, whatever campaign, and he had to resign because there were too many lies, and he couldn't and no one believed him. I'm going to be honest with you, just look at this picture, look at that arm, dude, look at how masculine he is. Are you telling me you had a problem with that man groping you? Oh my god, if I was you, I'd be wearing the least amount of clothing possible, and I'd be hinting at him to come grope me. Once again, you're a liar. You oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna say this, Scott Baio did not sexually assault you or grope you or molest you or whatever, because if he did, this is what would happen.
Clean up, I on my panties. Clean up, I on my panties. Clean up, I on my panties.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Clean up, I on my panties. You would love it, you lying bitch.